Hello friends, I'm here to start my Readers Take Denver vlog. Honestly, it is Thursday night. I had thought about trying to start the vlog this morning, but I don't fly very often, and so with the travel and stuff, I just decided to wait until I got into my hotel room. So Morgan and I have hung out a little bit. We rode from the airport over here to, she's at the signing hotel, I'm at the hotel like down the block. So I thought before we head to dinner, I would come on here and give you a little update as far as how the signing is going so far. I'm gonna try not to be negative, but I think I have this negative idea about this weekend, honestly. I think just because it's the first signing for this, I guess it's for Readers Take Denver. It's their first one. I feel like they don't really know what to plan for, I guess. So I'm gonna try not to be negative, but I do feel like I have like a negative feeling about it. So preface that. But yeah, we registered. The signing hotel is split into like two buildings. And we went into the one building, it's called the 555 building. And I don't know if they've closed a Starbucks for this signing or if it's just like not open in general. But the bookstore and the registration were in the same little Starbucks area. And so that's not a lot of space. I don't feel like the people who wanted to just look at books could look, because there was kind of a line for registration, because the main person doing registration was like, hey, there was a crisis. Hang on a second. Let me fix this. Let me text this person back, you know? And I don't personally feel like the person who is fixing stuff should be the person who's registering people, just because it felt like it slowed it down. But we did get, it's a nice backpack as like the swag bag. Let me see if I can hold it up. We did get, it's got the logo and then Sylvia Day on it, and it's like a decent size and everything. So I'm going to show you what came in it. Well, I was going to show you, I need to figure out how to mark my last name out on my badge, but there's the badge. It came with a little badge holder and then a Readers Take Denver pin. Throw that over there. It came with a water bottle. So at least that's good. I'm glad that they provided water bottles, especially with how much they've been like kind of freaking people out a little bit on the Facebook page about like the altitude and stuff in Denver. So it came with 4 books in the bag. The first one is Holiday Rogue by Rebecca Zanetti. There's terrible lighting in this hotel room. I'm at the Hilton, by the way. It's got terrible lighting. It has Over the Edge by Meredith Wild. And Rebel by Helen Hart. And then the one I think is like the most booktubey is the only thing I can come up with is Filthy Sinner by Serena Ackroyd. None of those are signed yet. I don't think I'm gonna take any over with me, just because I don't know about any of them, and so I don't think I'm going to take any of them over with me. And then we also got this little baggie. It has another little pin, and then a code for Tamed by Misha Stone, and then some trail mix, and I got a banana nut muffin. I don't know if there's different kinds. And then an invite to next year's Readers Take Denver. And then, I haven't actually looked through this yet, but this signing has a program. So yeah, we are going to head to dinner in a little bit. I think I'm going to look through this program and then make my way back over to Morgan's Hotel. But yeah, we're going to see where this weekend takes us. Hopefully to good places.
Bride story that I absolutely love. It's called Topaz. If you don't like heat, I have a small town series. My contemporary characters are descendants of my historical characters. So you can come at it either way. But Bring on the Blessings is the first book in the small town series. And if you like a lot of heat, I have a novella called Prisoner of Love. Okay.
Probably I'd say The Beast of Beswick. That's the book that I'm most well known for. It's Beauty and the Beast meets Taming the Shrew. And it's, enemies to lovers, big grumpy hero who has a heart of gold. He has a heart of gold and a strong, very passionate woman. She's passionate about her sister and helping her sister, who is, a very awful man wants to marry her, force her into marriage. If you want to read about multicultural characters, like I talked about, set in the historical era, my Princess Dick series is, also good. And then if you want to read about...
Okay, for me it's probably my current series, and it's called Widow Rules. I'm Jan McGregor, and the first book is A Duke in Time, the second is Rules for Engaging the Earl, and then the third book, which comes out in April, is How to Best Emma Quest. And so it's all three women married to the same deceased guy, and how they pick up the pieces of their life, and of course they find their true lives.
For me, probably my new series, The Bacchus Hill Boys. The first book is Saul. The second is, the first book is Alistair, the second is Saul. And if you want hot Scottish guys and, based in Edinburgh, that's it. Another one is Honor and Wealth. This is my newest release, and it features a hero that is a veteran. And my historicals, I would say, to start with The Owl and the Pussycat and Her Scottish Road. And
Hey guys, so it is the end of day one. This morning we went to the historical romance panel. That was so good. Well, the authors were so good. I felt like there wasn't really a lot of, I don't know, I guess what I think of when we go to a panel is the authors talking more about their process, how they write, what leads them into how they write, that kind of stuff. There wasn't a lot of that, but the authors were so good. So I do have a bit of a haul, and I figure I'll just show you a day one and then a day two haul. So I picked up all three of my pre-orders. I'm really trying to... I did not bring a carry-on suitcase because I don't fly very often, and so the idea of checking a suitcase, like, freaks me out. Like, what if it ends up somewhere else? So I only brought a carry-on, so I knew that I wouldn't be able to pick up very much. I have probably already picked up more than I should have. I don't know how it all is going to fit in the suitcase, and it's only day one. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and film this part of the haul so I can try to see how it's going in the suitcase, how that situation is. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the haul. There's a lot of swag that I don't know, like, if I can even show it. I was gonna say I picked up, but I didn't pick up. I'm not sure how it landed in a bag. Maybe it came in a pre-order, but I've ended up with a vibrator and a keychain of a threesome happening. So yeah, that's a thing that's happened now. So my first pre-order was the entire Gold Rush Ranch series from LC Silver. I got these special edition covers. I've read the first two in this series, but I still need to finish the second two. And even though they're on KU, I was kind of waiting until I got the physical copies. Or did I read 3? I don't know. I'll have to check my Goodreads. I think I might have actually read 3. But yeah, I picked up those. I gotta figure out where I'm going to set all this stuff now. Last year at Wanderlust, I picked up the first in the Inland Seas series by Gwen McNamee. And it ended on a bit of a cliffhanger as far as, like, the plot. Like, the romance, I feel like, was the happily ever after. I feel like the other books are about different couples. But I needed the rest of the series, so I got, I don't think in order, Safe Harbor, Dark Tide, Rogue Wave, and Anchor Point. These are so, like, the covers on these are gorgeous. Let's just take a moment. Yep. Oh, and that one's got my name on it, so let's not hold that one up. And then this one when he's carrying her is so cute. But yeah, I'm excited to continue on with that series. Like I said, the first book ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger, and so I immediately went and pre-ordered to pick the rest of these up. And then at Holidays with the Bells, down in the bar area, I met Sapphire Knight, and she is super sweet. And the book that she told me to start with of hers, she didn't have available then, or by the time I got to her, she was out or something happened. So I ordered Princess by Sapphire Knight. I believe she's the daughter of an MC. Yeah, an MC president. So I'm super excited for that. And then also from her, I think she had a deal. I'm not sure why I ordered 3. Probably a deal. I bought the second book in that series is Daydream. And then another, like, I guess it's a standalone, is Carnal Addiction. And then the rest of these are ones that I picked up while we were at the signing that I did not already have paid for. So I picked up 2 from Kat Singleton. The one that I knew I was going to pick up is Black Ties and White Lies, just because I've been seeing this a lot on Instagram. And then while we were at her table, the assistant was getting that one ready. Morgan said that this one, founded on Goodbye, the mixtape series is Rockstar Romance, and it was her favorite so far. So I picked that one up too because I really like Rockstar romances. I picked up a series from Claire Hastings. It's set at a, like, resort in the Virgin Islands, and so I was like, yep, I need summer, I need vacation vibes. There's a cruise that I really want to go to that goes to the Virgin Islands, and so I don't think these are in order, but there's What I Like About You, Caught Up in You, and Can't Fight This Feeling. These covers are so pretty. I love the beachy theme of it. And then influenced by everybody else who had already pre-ordered or already had the Nikki Castle book, I bought 5 rounds. And then probably going to just rearrange everything that I was going to read. Probably even started on the way home, maybe even tonight. Who knows? I don't know what my plans are for tonight. Rebecca Yarros had arcs of Fourth Wing, and I nearly died. Yeah, they were just sitting on her table, and I couldn't believe that they were still there. There's been a lot of things at the signing that I just couldn't believe, and this was definitely one of them. So yeah, I have an arc of Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, and I'm so excited to start it. But yeah, I'm going to see how much space this already takes up in my suitcase, and I need to find some dinner. Everybody else has dinner plans, so they are offering free pizza, but it's back at the other hotel, and I feel like if I have to walk, I might as well walk down. Like, the other hotel is this way. This is not going to make any sense to you on video, but it makes sense to me. The other hotel is this way, but like back that way, there's like the whole like street of restaurants. So I feel like if I'm going to walk, I might as well just go walk to a restaurant that'll be better than free pizza. I don't know. So as far as the signing, because I did definitely go into it, like I said, with a negative feeling about it, I don't think that they like made me feel better. The authors were amazing. They were so understanding. They were so nice and so sweet, and they would spend time with you. But like, if you don't have anywhere for lines to go, like the Julie Ann was where we went first. They like moved her line from the main walkway that you come up as to like by the wall. I was like, but that's how the people are getting through, is by the wall to go around to the next line. And then Nikki Castle, they like physically moved her table down while we were up there. So yeah. And then we heard from some of the authors that after the signing tonight, they have to tear down their tables because there's an event there tonight. One of the movies is in there tonight. And then they have to come back in the morning and set their table up again for the 9 o'clock signing. And I know that doesn't affect me as a reader at the signing, but that just really sucks for the authors. And like, what if they don't want to do that? And so like, they just don't have anything at their tables tomorrow is my worry. Yeah, that is probably going to be it for me for day one. Like I said, I'm repeating. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to go find some dinner. Probably at one of the restaurants. I think it's like the 16th Street Mall or something is that way. So yeah, that's my evening plans. Hey y'all, yes, I'm back in the same chair because this is the only place, there's like a light directly above. It's the only place in this whole hotel room that has a light besides like the bathroom. But so day 2 signing is over. Today's signing was from 9 a.m. until noon. Basically, I got all of the authors yesterday that I like already knew. And then today I walked around both of the main signing rooms. I didn't quite make it to the last row of people in, I forget which room it was. The one like when you get off the elevators to the left. I didn't quite make it all the way through that one. They were already kind of packing up and stuff. I kind of hit noon a little too close. But I think I got some really good recommendations. So pretty soon I'm going to try to film that what the authors recommend video. I still need to do the Holidays with the Bells one. But yeah, I ended up with 76 authors that I met this weekend so far. I think I may go to, I don't know if I'm going to go to the cocktail hour signing, but I may go to casino night because that's Sapphire and I love her to pieces. I should have brought my books over here, but they are still in the backpack. So let me go get the books and I'll show you my haul for today. Okay, so I did not do as bad today as I did yesterday. But the ones yesterday, most of them were pre-orders, and the ones today were not. But I did get quite a few free books. So, Rayanne Thane was sitting next to Michelle Major, and so she had their, like, 2-book bind-up. Snowfall in Cold Creek and it doesn't say what the other. A Deal Made in Texas is the other one. They were sitting right next to each other. She said they were free, so I picked up a copy of that so I could have both of them sign it. Another one that was free was Dust in Time by June Cramen. Never heard of her before, but she didn't have anybody at her table, and so those are the ones that I was really trying to get to, just because I felt kind of bad and I wanted to know what they wrote. So okay, so the last of the free books, I went to Maggie Cole's table, and I did, like, when I made this autograph book, and then, like, when I gave it to the authors, I would be like, hey, I have a booktube channel. After signings, I tried to do videos of what the authors recommend, and so she said because I have a booktube channel, she would give me this series. So I have The Auction and The Vow. I've read her Mafia Wars, I think 1 or 2 of them, but I haven't read this series yet, and so they were free, and she signed them and personalized them to me and was super sweet. Yeah, so switch those over, and then there's only 6 that I bought, really, so it's not terrible. Pretty proud of myself. Starting off with a mass market is Caught Up in a Cowboy by Jenny Martz. She said she writes, was it hockey playing cowboys who, like, they're professional hockey players but have to, like, work the ranch or something as well. I bought Make You Miss Me by B. Celeste. This is one that her assistant sold me on. I believe that B. Celeste writes emotional books. I don't remember if she said this one was, but I remember she was telling me about another book that she had there, and she was saying that it was really emotional. So, so we'll see if I cry in that one. This one was an ad on the elevator to go up to the signing, and so when I saw that she still had copies, even towards the end of the second day, I was like, yep, I'm gonna buy it. And that is Frisky Intentions by Michelle Mars. She says it's a coffee shop. I forget. Yeah, I think she said the main character owns a coffee shop in this one. And then I bought a Rockstar series because the author was super sweet and she really sold me on it. And I forget which trope she said go with which book. But I bought the Tribute series by Kay Akridge. So this one is Enthralled, Enamored, and Enraptured. Yeah, she was super sweet, and like I said, I'm a sucker, so I bought the books. Hey guys, we're at the cocktail signing. This is Kayleen Winter.
Hi guys!
You should definitely check out her books because I'm going to.
Yay! Rockstar Romance rules!
Hey guys, so it is Saturday night now. I thought I'd come on and go ahead and wrap up the vlog. So this afternoon I went back over to the hotel, and Morgan, Jessica, and Christy and I went to the Small Town Romance panel, and it was super funny. Again, I would say that this signing doesn't really have like purposes to the panels. This one was just audience questions the whole time. So yeah, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more structure within the panel format. I would have liked to have seen like the program that they printed out and gave us. I would have liked to have seen a bit more description of what to expect in the panels. But yeah, overall, I only went to 2 panels, but I enjoyed the authors that were on the panels a lot, and so like to me it was worth it. But if you didn't know who the authors were on a panel, I don't really see how like beneficial it would have been to you. And then after that I went over to the other building to the like cocktail hour signing, but I got there, like, they were already, like, almost halfway over with that. So I think it was, like, a 2-hour signing. and I had already missed an hour of it or so. And so I think a lot of those authors were just kind of over it. And it was a really weird format because they had like round tables, like big round tables. And sometimes like 2 or 3 people would be sitting at them because the author has assistants there. And I did not know who the authors were. So like I didn't want to like go up and then just start talking to somebody who I didn't, like wasn't actually the author, and then be like, oh, well, actually, yeah. But yeah, I met Kayleen Winters, and when I said that I had a booktube channel, she asked could she promo. So I'm really excited to read her. She gave me this little infinity bracelet, and her series is Rock Stars, and she says they're like, it's the journey of the band like throughout the years. And so she said it's a roller coaster, and there will be times where you will cry, there will be times where you will laugh, there will be times where you will be mad, and then she said each couple like does get their like happy for now at the end of their book, but then eventually you do see all of the HEAs. So I was like, that sounds super good. Yeah, then I came back over to my hotel and ordered dinner. I've not been impressed with Denver food. Like, I don't know if it's just where I'm ordering from, but like they have high ratings on DoorDash, and I have not been impressed. My like $15 cheeseburger last night tasted just like Jack in the Box, and tonight I was kind of hungry, but not really. So I ordered fried pickles and french fries, and the fried pickles were like a sweet pickle, and that was weird to me. It had good dipping sauce though. It was like a spicy dipping sauce. But yeah, I think that is it for me for this signing. It is time for me to take a shower and probably go ahead and go to bed, because we are leaving. I think we decided to leave around 7 in the morning to go to the airport. And like, I wanted to watch the F1 race, but that's going to be like 11 until 1. And so I don't know that I'm going to make it that far or be able to get up early enough to meet everybody. Actually, let me do some like final thoughts all put together for the signing. I think I mentioned this is the first Readers Take Denver. I think that maybe the organizers bit off a little bit more than they could chew. I think that they needed to focus in a little bit more on signings. I think they had way too many authors for the space that they were in. It was really confusing having to figure out, because there's 2 main signing rooms, and they're just like at the other, like at opposite ends of the 2nd floor. And then the 3rd floor of that same building was ticketed authors, but there weren't that many in there. But then we also had ticketed authors in the other building completely up on the 38th floor. But it was a bunch of authors who were also ticketed and vendors. And I think it was just really confusing, like going back and forth, and it was time consuming. And basically it was only 2 3-hour signings. And so like it took quite a bit of time by the time you figured out your number was called and that you could go to the other floors, and by the time you got to the other building even, and then went all the way up to the 38th floor. So yeah, that's something I hope they do differently next year. I know they're switching to a different hotel. I hope that they have a little bit, I hope it's streamlined a little bit better in a bigger space. What are some other thoughts I had? I know this is going to sound weird, but I feel like they relied too heavily on their volunteers. This morning, Saturday morning, before the signing, I was kind of just sitting out in the hallway, and volunteers would ask questions of the people who organized the event, and they would kind of like, well, hang on, let me pass you off to this other person who was also a volunteer, who was the person who was able to answer the question. And that just seemed weird to me. Like, I know as the organizer, they have a lot of going on, but it just seemed off to me. And it may not have seemed that way to those volunteers, but just me as an observer, I was kind of just like, why couldn't you just answer her question real fast and like move on? Like, you didn't have to sit there and talk to her for 5 hours, you know. But I wish there had been more communication between the signing and the readers. A lot of authors dropped and they weren't ever really announced unless the author themselves went into the Facebook group and made a post. I didn't ever download WhatsApp for their messaging system, but some of the people that I talked to today said that they were blown up with the same messages over and over again. And so maybe like that's where the communication was at, but like I didn't want to download WhatsApp to my phone. So they're like, how was I supposed to know that? You have this Facebook group for attendees, use it, you know? Those are all of the things I can think of right now. I'm hoping, I don't know, they haven't said anything, but I think Book Bonanza did like a survey of like things you thought we could improve on, things you thought we didn't need. I hope that they do that. I hope that they are looking for feedback and ways to make this event better. I thought that the authors were great with what they were given. But I think I mentioned it last night. They had to, the ones in the main signing rooms had to take down their tables and put them back up this morning. And that just seemed super crappy to me. But I know it was a space issue because they needed those rooms for other things. So like, I don't know. I hope that the event organizers are looking for feedback from the readers, from the attendees, from the authors, and I hope that they take it into account for next year. So that is going to be my Readers Take Denver vlog. I am going to take a shower and head to bed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.